So, I hear we're into some of the same stuff.
You are about to join the revolution.
The time has come. Your votes will never be the same. You are listening to a sophisticated conversation.
Greetings and welcome to episode number 36 of Podcast Revolution. I'm your host, John, and with me via Skype, as has been the case recently, is Bad Andy.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
And joining me in the studio is a special guest, commonly known as...
Cages. How's it going?
He is Cages, goddammit.
Yes.
Cages. God damn it.
He's home for the holidays. Andy, do you have any questions for Cages in his return from his absence?
Did you miss me?
Of course.
That you should.
So, Cages, there's a question that we've all been dying to know for all this time. Have you learned your phone number?
I hate you.
You hate me? You haven't learned your phone number yet.
Not at the moment, no.
Have you gotten a job yet?
No.
Serious? Serious?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
Thanks. Thanks for that.
So, what have you done?
Finished up with finals.
Did you get good grades?
Better than last year. Yep.
Remember,
That's a
C's get degrees.
So pretty much your teachers knew that you're a celebrity now from this podcast, so they figured they had to pass you.
Of course.
All right. But then they asked you for your phone number, and you didn't bother trying to give it to them. That's great. So, Andy, you know your phone number, right?
That I do.
And you've had your phone for like 2 weeks, right?
I got it in July.
Okay, but you've had your phone significantly less time than Cage's, correct?
This particular phone number, yes.
That's true. It's so nice to have a punching bag back in the studio.
You're welcome.
If it makes you feel better, I still want to say 978 instead of 603. But I did live in Mass for 23 years.
No, you didn't. That's a lie.
No, it's a sad truth.
No, you didn't live there for 23 entire years because you lived at UNH for a couple years.
Essentially, I was a resident of Massachusetts. All my phone numbers were still 978.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, see? Meow.
we'll take your logic and then get my tuition reduced. Because I paid out of state for 5 years.
That sucks.
Very much.
Almost as bad as whenever Cages has to get a job. Have you ever had, like, a job babysitting for somebody or any form of making money? Have you ever made money somehow?
I've done a little work for my father.
So, chores?
No, my dad used to direct and film commercials,
Okay.
and I
You had to hold lighting?
did lighting, set up, that type of stuff. When I was younger, I was in a few of them.
Back when it was cute for you to do so?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Now, if you did it, you just look like the slob who... Nah, just kidding.
Yeah, thanks.
You look like a slob either way. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Alright, so, surprisingly, this is our second episode in December. We didn't think we'd make it to this many.
And it's before Christmas still.
I know. That's very impressive.
Ooh.
Oh, Cages is booing that. His
said,
last
ooh.
name is Stein, so obviously he doesn't like Christmas. He's a Scrooge.
For the record, I'm not Jewish.
You got a problem with Jewish people?
No.
Whoa. This is not a hate podcast, Kevin.
Yeah, Cages.
Just clarifying, my last name may be Stein, but it doesn't mean I'm Jewish.
It's actually German, which means he hates Jews. Stein!
Not the case.
Kevin, what
Not
are
the
you?
gays? You don't hate the
Gays.
gays? You hate the Jews but not the gays? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you heard, Andy?
No, I'm just wondering what he is.
Well, he's not employed. That's for sure. and he's not going to be.
Thanks.
Except by PPR. We have exclusive rights to cages.
So do you pay him well at least?
Andy, have I brought up my recent dispute with Eric yet on the podcast?
Define recent dispute.
The one that involves the trip to Toronto.
Cars?
The upcoming one, yes.
I think you might have, but
Well, I'm going to bring it up
What the
again.
fuck? Why
Eric,
not?
I hope you're listening. Well, I know you're listening because you're a good friend of the show. I mean, you're the co-host half the
John,
time.
we've been over this. We're recording right now. He can listen to it later, so he's not listening right now.
Well, I'm aware of that. But he's listening. Right now, he's listening to it. Like, when I say now, this is his now.
Okay.
So right now, he's listening to it. And right now, he's probably in his car, the one that he won't let me eat in on my way to Toronto. It's a 6-hour drive. It's not like I'm a little kid
It's only
who
9.
doesn't know how to... 9 to 10-hour drive. What am I saying? Well, it's a 6-hour drive if you're eating. If you're not eating, it feels like a 30-hour drive. But it's actually a 9-hour drive. Eric, let me have a snack in your car. And let's say I drop a crumb of, like, a granola bar on the ground. Will that permanently stain your car so it can never be fixed? No. I'll bring a little dustbuster. I'll bring cages to dust it. I'll pay him to do it. So that'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Have a heart, Eric. What's more important to you? Your friends or your gay car?
La da da. That just seemed necessary.
Does that make this a loving moment now? A tender
Yes.
holiday
I
moment?
feel like I've learned something today.
Have you?
No.
Okay. So, Andy, what have you been up to lately?
A lot of work. A lot of exploring the town. Just, yeah, getting ready for winter. Not a whole lot going on right now.
That's not cool.
No.
Alright, well,
I watched a cat steal a piece of pizza, though. That was pretty entertaining.
that is always entertaining. Alright, so I brought up a few top 10 lists to generate discussion. And I have top 10 controversial billboards. So, number 10.
Hey, wait. Here's an idea.
Okay.
Send me the link so that I can see these controversial billboards.
Send you the link? Alright.
Yes.
I will send it to you right now. Kevin, say something funny.
Okay.
You can say something a little funnier than that.
I'm not good when you put me on the spot. You know that. Come on.
Alright, well, our buddy Captain J. Russ is flying back to New Hampshire tomorrow from Florida. And I think he's going to be listening to this on his flight home. So you have to entertain him so he laughs on the flight and makes himself look stupid in front of other people. So say something to say Captain J. Russ, then give him a Christmas greeting, a Cage's specialized one.
Captain Jairus, I hope you're not flying right now. Flying the plane.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Sorry, shut up.
That's not... But you know that he is a certified pilot.
Oh, I know that.
Okay.
I just hope he's not listening to this while he's flying the
Oh.
plane.
I'm
You'd
sure
think there'd be something that he should be
I'm sure
paying more attention to.
I'm sure he wishes he was flying the plane. He's probably sitting on the wing and looking at it and being like, ooh, look how the wing moves. That actually is what he told me he wanted to do.
Huh.
Alright, Andy, do you have the list open?
And I do.
Which one did I send you?
Billboards.
Okay. Alright, let's look at that one. Alright. The first one, number 10, it says, voted Obama, embarrassed yet?
No.
Neither am I. But it was, apparently some people think that if you voted Obama, you should be embarrassed, which, I know Cages is in that camp.
Whoa. It was paid for by a single citizen. What a douche. It's not like paid for by the Republican Party. Paid for by EM citizen. Seriously? What a dick.
He had the balls to pay for it and put up the thing, but he couldn't even write his own name.
Yeah, seriously. EM, if you're listening to this, you're a dick. Just because you don't like a person doesn't mean everybody should feel embarrassed. I'm pretty content with how Obama's doing. I mean, he had a shit country to take up after.
Cages, do you think that us Obama voters should be embarrassed?
I'm not getting into that.
So that's a yes. So, Mr. Stein. Mr. Stein says yes.
Huh.
All
Huh.
right. The next one says...
Moving on.
What?
Moving on.
Number 9 says, my life, my death, my choice. So, this pretty much is saying that it should be okay to do euthanasia. And I'm not saying to do, like, little kids in Asia. I'm saying to undergo euthanasia.
That was quick.
That was quick. I wanted to cover myself before Kay just got excited. So, yeah, that's... Some people think that should be allowed. Now, apparently it's legal in 3 states. I did not know that. Physician-assisted suicide in Washington, Montana, and Oregon. But you have to have terminal illness. Oh my! Number 8 is a Calvin Klein billboard, which pretty much looks like the woman's eating the man's asshole out.
What a perfect asshole. Quick, guess the
That's a
line.
little weird.
That doesn't make me want to buy anything from Calvin Klein.
Not in the least bit. Kevin, for the record, that is from Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
What? Oh, perfect asshole, yeah. And I would not want to kiss that woman afterwards either.
Nope. She looks very sweaty, too.
Let's see, the next one. Number 7 says, Jesus affirmed a gay couple.
Lie, lie, lie. WoulDJesusDiscriminate.com. I think it's so, like, arrogant to say that, this is what God said. Like, how do you know? I've never had a conversation with him. I can say I had a conversation with him.
A lot of people think that they have.
Or Jesus, for that matter. I mean...
Well, Jesus and God are the same person, even though they're 2 different people.
Clearly.
You know that?
We'll see. I don't think that Jesus...
That's what the Holy Trinity is. Duh.
Of course.
Yes.
But irregardless, like... To say, like, oh, this is what Jesus believed. Like, no, that would be like, oh, this is what Mark Wahlberg believes. It's like saying somebody else's belief without actually knowing it. What the fuck kind of person are you?
I'm talking to a plastic plant. If you saw the movie The Happening, you'd understand that.
Well, I didn't, so I don't.
Well, neither did Jesus.
How do you know?
Alright, moving on.
Moving on.
The next one, it says...
National Socialism.
National Socialism. Democrats... under National Socialism is Hitler. Then there's a picture of Obama with Democrat Socialism, and then Marxist Socialism with Lenin. That's saying radical leaders prey on the fearful and naive. That's funny. I wouldn't ever compare Lenin and Hitler and Obama. Lenin never really... he kind of did, but not as bad as like Hitler or Stalin.
Do you know what's kind of funny?
I don't know what's funny. Tell me.
Okay, when the 8 years of Bush, it was always Bush is a Nazi. He's a Nazi because he's doing X, Y, and Z.
Now people are saying Obama's a Nazi.
Yeah. Bush was Republican, if I'm not mistaken. I'm
That's
not.
correct.
Obama's a Democrat. So, positive and negative, opposite. Democrat is opposite of Republican. So, if Bush is a Nazi and Obama is a Nazi, that's saying that -1 equals 1.
That's saying that Cages is a Nazi.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. They both can't be Hitler. Hitler wasn't a Republic cat.
Public?
Democrat.
Yeah.
But no, I'm pretty sure neither of them were Nazis. They're
No.
Americans, god damn it.
I mean, one guy killed billions of people, and the other one was kind of a dick. And then the other one is...
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the next billboard, which it looks funny right away. Like, if you look at it, it looks like it's a...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is it?
Ring finger, buddy.
It looks like a girl giving you the middle finger, but she's actually holding up her ring finger, and it says she's tired of waiting. And
Robin
then it
Diamond.
has the name of a diamond jeweler. That's pretty funny. It looks like she's flipping you off because she really wants her ring.
That's kind of
Yeah, but I
clever.
mean-
What a bitch.
Look at her.
She's
Probably
tired of
been
waiting.
waiting
Well,
a long
maybe she
time.
should get off her ass and propose to you.
I like this billboard, except for its message.
Oh, I've actually seen that one before. Yes.
And I'm talking about the next one, by the way.
I know. Life is short, have an affair. AshleyMadison.com. Which, I've actually heard the guy who founded Ashley Madison speak. He's He makes some good points. He's very eloquent. But I mean, not that having an affair is for everybody, but it's a website designed for married people to meet up and cheat on their spouses.
Like I said, I like the billboard. I don't like the message though.
Okay, moving on.
Cleavage.
Wow, this next one's pretty.
Holy
interesting.
shit.
Yeah, black children are an endangered species, and then the website is toomany-aborted.com.
Happens.
So apparently they're against
Kill white.
abortion.
Gotcha. Moving
Yes,
on.
kill white kids. Yeah, that's. Well, no, they don't actually stand for that, but
Okay, right.
it's-
So
What?
the next one.
What?
The next one says Master Tech. I can't read the rest of it. There's this other giant billboard in the way.
Yes, the next one says all religions are fairy tales, which it's kind of mocking them, but I don't really see any untruthfulness to it.
You can see why it would be controversial.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't make one, but I can't say I disagree with it. Cages. All right, and moving on, the next one, it's a PETA billboard, which is controversial. It says "Save the whales," and it says "Lose the blubber, go vegetarian." But the picture for their whale is a very fat woman in a tight bikini.
Two-piece. Yeah.
Looks kind of like Cages.
Ouch.
I'm just kidding.
I'd hope so.
But, and then under it even though, another PETA one says, too much sex can be a bad thing, and for little tigers too, and it has a picture of Tiger Woods. And it says, spay your cats.
Always spay or neuter.
Yes.
Well, why is PETA supporting spaying and neutering? I figured that would be like...
Because that helps control the population.
Yeah, but so does hunting.
PETA supports the euthanizing the animals if they're not going to get any care.
Well, it's kind of different. I mean, if I'm almost dying and I'm in pain, then yeah, pull the freaking plug. But if there's a lot of me, then don't neuter me. But don't also say that it's wrong to shoot me.
All right, I think that's
That
a
makes
good time to take a short break. We'll be
Yeah.
back right after this.
I gotta piss.
Okay. And we're back. It wasn't that a great 2-second pause.
It's gonna be longer to pee.
Took you longer to pee?
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. It's okay, just tell us a joke.
Knock, knock.
Andy, I told you to encourage him, but wait until he says the punchline. We got to raise the boy's self-esteem, not his insanity. All right, okay, just tell us a joke. All right, what was that knock-knock joke you were going to tell us?
I don't know. I'm stalling for time.
It's so much better.
Oh, my.
Having way too much fun with this.
So, how are those brownies treating you, Cages? Yes. All right. Andy, should we get to our other list, or do you have something else you'd like to talk about before we get to the next list?
I think you and Kevin should continue bantering for 5 seconds while I boil water.
All right, and when you come back, you should get closer to the microphone because you're less loud than you were. But, Kevin, let's
That's
banter.
because I was far away.
All right, Kevin, when are you going to shave your mustache? It's looking like Sidney Crosby's, and I don't like it.
Sorry, you feel that way? Whenever I get around to it, I guess.
All right, I'm going to have Captain JRS give you a good punch to the face when you get back.
Ow.
No, I'm just kidding. Captain JRS loves you. In a platonic way.
Good to know.
Yes. Andy loves you too. Every way.
That's
Andy.
a little weird.
Hold on.
Alright, he told us to hold on. So, Cages, when you were at school, how often did people come up to you and say, You're Cages from the podcast.
Not that often.
Not that often,
No,
like
sorry.
once the whole semester, twice.
We'll say once, and we'll say it was Joe.
It was Joe.
Yeah, I guess.
Has he even heard the podcast?
I don't. I don't know. I don't think so.
Then, whoa, Andy's back.
Yeah, I am.
Is your water boiling?
No, it takes a few minutes.
All right. Well, let us know when your water breaks.
Well, I'm good now, if that's what you're wondering. So what's the
Alright.
next list? Come on, let's go, let's go.
All right. The next list is the top 10.
Link, send the link.
Actually, no. This one's pretty stupid. It's just kids having issues with Santa.
Oh, lame.
Yeah, it's like kids screaming while they're on him and slipping away like while they're sitting on him. And
My nephew was like 2 or so. We took him to see Santa, and he would not calm down until I sat with him. So when I was like 14, I got a picture with Santa.
actually, I got an idea. Andy, what's one of your favorite Christmas memories? Or Cages?
Yeah.
Actually, wait a minute. Before we get to favorite Christmas memories, why don't we talk to Andy about how he feels about Christmas? Andy?
Christmas is gonna suck this year
And why is that?
because of various issues and nonsense.
Okay, well,
Right.
but you don't like Christmas in general. Why is that?
I liked Christmas before. I
Oh.
mean, it was always troublesome when I was broke off my ass and I couldn't really buy anybody anything. But I mean, the food was always good and it was nice.
Boring. Alright, Cages, how about... What?
Eh,
What?
in the
Alright,
butt.
Cages, what's your favorite thing about Christmas?
Just relaxing. I mean.
That's
don't-
your whole
don't
life,
have-
is just
yeah.
relaxing.
But I mean, after the stress of like school and work and stuff, it's
Eh.
nice to just slow
Work
things
and
down.
stuff?
Wow.
Wait till the real world cages.
Yeah.
Then you'll
I'll
know.
live in my own world for now.
I do not want to go into that world.
I get 3 days of break.
Yeah. I get 4 because I took an extra day off. Oh. That's right.
So there.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I can see Cages getting a job as a Santa mall, or a mall Santa.
Oh.
I love visiting the mall at Santa. I
But
love to sit on his lap.
that was funny for like a second.
Well, you still laugh for a second, so I guess it, 1 second of laughter is better than none.
That's true, even if it's fake laughter.
Lowers the heart rate.
Yes.
Moving on.
So, this Christmas, I think the worst thing possible is for Andy to have nobody with him. Andy's going to be lonely this Christmas. If anybody wants to open up their garbage cans so we can have the leftovers, let me know. Andy's
Well, I'm
gonna
going to be
hungry.
lonely, but for a different reason.
What's that?
I'll be lonely, but just for a different reason.
Oh.
I'm still going to, like, my family's. It's only going to be, like, half my family, but,
So you'll be with other people, but you'll still be... you'll be alone. You'll feel alone.
pretty much.
That's very sad.
Happens. I'll get over it.
You're ruining my Christmas.
You're ruining my face.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Alright, so... How do you feel about eggnog?
Oh, I fucking love eggnog.
Do you care to elaborate?
What's more to elaborate? I love eggnog. It's delicious.
It is pretty good.
Cages, do you feel the same way about eggnog?
Probably not the way Andy does, but I do like eggnog.
Okay. Alright, actually, I just opened our email box and we actually got flooded with emails for once. We have a whole, 4 of them. That's like a whole Christmas grab bag.
You lie.
Alright, there's... one of them is just an ad, but there's 3 emails that are legitimate. Shall I read them?
I think you need to take a 2-second pause.
Okay.
Or, yeah, begin to read it now, obviously. Yeah, that'll work.
All right. Thank you for your assistance. All right. First one. Dear John and Eric. And obviously Eric's not here, so he can't help out with it. But, I have to do the funny voice. Dear John and Eric. It's been a while since I emailed you, but it's time for me to ask you another question. Now, before I asked you how I could get my girlfriend to have a boner, but now I want to know how I can make the boner go away. Any input would be great, because I'm very sore. Thank you. Alright. Well, this is from Robert. It's been a while since we've heard from him. So, Cages, you look like you're having a bit of trouble.
I don't even know where to begin with that.
Andy?
I'm just going to sit here and ponder that question for a while.
You're going to think for a long time about how to shrink an erection?
I'm really trying hard not to make a Cages joke.
Thanks, Andy.
I think you should just tell it. Just give in.
Look at Cages. Hey! I'm sorry, Kevin.
That's very mean.
I know.
I don't think Cages appreciates that.
Well, I'd say look at me, but then that would just make it worse.
Yeah.
That'd be like black hole of erections.
No, there's another black hole of erections that I don't want to get into. Kind of reminds me of that billboard.
Clown. Clown on her.
Oh, I'm not going to get into clowning.
An egomaniac is someone who's tired of listening. Thank you, Teabag.
Teabag?
Yep. Hey, can you hear that?
I heard that. I hope... Are you trying to get rid of your erection?
Nope.
Okay, so to answer your question, Robert, just get a big knife. Alright, moving on. Andy, do you want me to forward you the email link so you can read the next one?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll send that to you really quick. Alright, while I'm doing that, Cages, why don't you tell us something funny? Like, why do you hate me?
You always love putting me on the spot, don't you?
Yes.
He does that.
I've noticed.
Alright, Cages, why don't you tell us about your work record?
Work?
Kevin, the best piece of advice I can give you is get a job.
And learn your phone number.
Your resume is going to look like crap without a job.
What resume? It'll be like schooling experience, and it'll be like a 3-page resume, but it'll just talk about like preschool, elementary school, and it won't have any jobs. It'll just have like all his schools, and it's like, I got 3 smiley faces on 1 paper in 1st grade. You should hire me.
Kevin, hurry up and graduate. The place I'm working is looking for another engineer.
So if you want to be a fake rich, fake successful engineer, then you know where to go.
Okay, then.
I'm a rich, successful engineer now.
Now?
Yep.
Okay, ooh, looks like a hockey player just got a puck to the face. That doesn't look very good.
The puck?
Yes, the puck. Ouch.
I can't help but notice this email is not showing up.
I sent it to you.
Which one? Gmail?
Yeah. So, yeah, just tell me once you're ready. Cages. You just have a smirk on your face that says, like, I'm determined to do something.
Really? Huh.
Well, why don't you, I don't know. What are some hobbies that you have? You like to snowboard. What else? You like to watch Dexter.
Yeah.
You can't make money watching Dexter.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Oh, there it is.
There it is. All right. So what else do you have? Cages?
Oh, I thought you were talking to Andy.
No.
Damn it.
Obviously, paying attention isn't one of your hobbies.
No, I've learned to tune you out every so often.
Oh,
So
okay. So
I figure that's a pretty good skill to have.
So what do you like besides seeing people get murdered on TV? I hope you don't like that in real life.
Haven't seen it in real life, so I can't really comment there.
You should. It would be better if you just said no.
Probably.
Like by saying I haven't seen it, so maybe I will like it. I don't know.
I did not see. Maybe I will.
But that's what you insinuated.
You're putting words in my mouth.
Yes. So, anyways, what hobbies do you have?
Just doing. I like intramural sports. Doing that.
Okay. So, do you have any collections or anything? Even like a stamp collection? Anything you're passionate about?
Me.
Okay, Andy, why don't you read that email?
You sure I can?
I'm sure you can. You have to just do it in a funny voice, though.
Dear Jan. No, I'm not doing that one.
Okay.
Dear John and awesome Andy. Might have.
Alright, you just made that part up, but go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I might have. I am in love with a girl. I don't know her name. I see her at a place, and I don't know how to talk to her. How do I fix this? They didn't sign their name.
Okay. Well, it's probably Eric, because that sounds like Eric's complaint every day. Hang on a second. Kevin, you're the relationship expert. Why don't you talk about... come on. Talk about some advice that you'd give to somebody who wants to approach someone that they don't know their name.
Well, I mean, if it is Eric, I would have thought he would have picked up enough from watching Degrassi. But, I mean, I don't know. Just walk up and say hi. I mean, I don't really know why that would be such a big issue.
Okay. So you walk up and say hi, and then they say hi, and then you just awkwardly look at each other?
Just try and start
Where do you
a
go from there?
conversation about something. I mean,
Well, this person's obviously thought about that, but they don't know what to talk about. Any suggestions?
I don't know. Be observant of what's around you. I mean, depending on where you are, just discuss something that's around. Like, I don't know, if you at like a bar or something, like mention or relate to something that was on TV or something that just came on. I don't know.
Okay. Andy, do you have any advice?
Don't talk about the origin of Pac-Man.
I think you've watched a bit too much Scott Pilgrim.
I might be obsessed with that movie.
You might be.
Dude, okay. I'm so pissed. I ordered the Scott Pilgrim box set, all the comics or whatever. And they're like, oh, it's going to deliver after Christmas. I'm like, oh, that's understandable. It's, Christmas. It's busy. So it departed today. It's 120 miles away, and it's going to take a fucking week. Who does that?
Shipping companies?
It's 120. I could walk there tonight.
You go walk 120 miles tonight?
Well, I drive, obviously, but for the sake of the argument, it's not that far. If this really does take a week to get, I'm going to be very shocked.
I think you're going to be shocked.
Probably.
All right. We're going to take a brief timeout. We'll be back right after this. All right, and we're back.
Woo!
That's right. So, looks like we have one more email. I guess I'll read it. All right. Dear John and Eric, and Bad Andy, and Cages, and Bacteria Mike, and Frenchie, if any of you are in the studio. I have an issue where I have a do-rag that I like to wear around, but people make fun of me when I wear my do-rag. Why do they make fun of me with my do-rag? They say that I should not wear one because I'm white, but color should not matter. I am colorblind. What should I do? I like my do-rag. Thank you.
Serious?
Are you? Yeah, I was just gonna ask if that was a serious email. I mean, obviously, it's not to be taken very seriously. I assume. I apologize, Matthew, if you want us to take it seriously. But what do you think?
I think that regardless of race, nobody should wear a do-rag.
Well, why do you say that, Andy? What's wrong with the do-rag?
Because they look ridiculous regardless.
Well, they sell them at CVS for $2, so I bought one too.
If a black guy can't make it look cool, nobody can.
Okay. What if Obama wore a do-rag? That would be pretty cool.
Then that would clearly make him a Nazi.
Oh boy. But to answer your question, Matthew, you probably shouldn't wear a do-rag anymore. And your job prospects with a do-rag are still probably better than Cage's job prospects without one.
Ouch.
But,
Thanks, John.
well, he probably has a resume hidden under his do-rag.
Thanks, John.
I'm sorry, Cage's.
Yeah, that's alright.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'd be surprised if you were.
Alright, so here's an interesting topic for discussion.
I got a better one.
Okay, let's hear it.
Alright, look through those symbols real quick and tell me which two stand out as kind of odd.
Alright, Andy just sent me a bunch of pictures of, like, tribal tattoos or whatever, or kanji symbols. I'd probably say above the clouds and the readings. Abortion. Oh yeah, I don't know why you'd get the symbol for abortion. And adultery.
Bingo.
Yeah. I don't know. Or, yeah, these are pretty odd ones. I bet Cage's mother wishes she got the one for abortion.
Ouch. Thanks.
I'm obviously just kidding. And she obviously got the one that says, abyss. No, I'm just kidding. Where was I going before?
And only, on this page, 2 of the 3 symbols are here. I can't, nope.
What are these noises you're making?
On this page that I sent you, 2 out of 3 symbols are on it. That make up my tattoo.
Oh, yes.
Which, Cages, by the way, I got a tattoo, which means I'm better than you now.
Just now?
You're knocking
I'm sitting in this chair. Just finish it up. Later, tattoo guy.
What?
What?
Okay.
Just now, like, I just finished getting it.
Oh, you just got your tattoo 1 minute ago? I guess that's kind of funny.
A little bit.
This is
Just-
going nowhere.
Nope. John, move on.
Actually, Andy, how did you feel about the movie Avatar?
I liked it. I mean, it had the same plot as, let's see, Fern Gully, Last Samurai, Pocahontas.
Yep.
What else? Can't think of any more. It's like,
So what do you think of it?
I liked it though. I mean, it was really nice looking, and it, decent characters, but the world looked friggin' awesome. And it's one of the few movies that I'm accepting in 3D.
Okay, just how about you? How did you feel about the movie?
I thought it was alright, but I mean, as far as the visuals and stuff, I mean, it looked nice, but I mean, as soon as they did, like, the aliens with the humans, it just looked, like, not really real. Like, I don't know.
Like Jar Jar Binks?
Yeah.
Misa gonna ruin a franchise.
Oh boy. All right. Speaking of movies, and I saw this at Avatar. How do you feel about people who clap at movies? I know we've talked about it on the podcast before, but I want to get your opinions on it.
I only do it for comedic value.
Okay.
It would depend on when they clap for me. Like, if they're clapping because somebody said something in the movie, like in the middle of the movie, it's like, come on, I kind of want to watch the movie and hear what's happening next.
Okay.
But if you're clapping like the credits just came up, the movie had just ended, like, that's all right.
I'm the exact opposite of that. I think if you're clapping because something was funny, you're having a reaction, an emotional reaction to something that just happened that you enjoyed. But after the movie ends, it's like clapping for someone who's going to take a bow, but there's nobody there. You're clapping for someone who's not there.
I mean, there's a difference between, like, laughing and just, like, clapping your hands once and then just, like, laughing and repeatedly clapping
Yes.
after a line. I mean, one clap is fine. If you
Okay.
just continuously clap after a line, it's a bit over the top.
I don't think anybody really does that, though.
Can we back up for a sec, John?
No.
You said you were the exact opposite of mine and Kevin's kind of neutral stance.
No, I was the opposite of him because he says he doesn't like when people clap during it, but he will clap after. And I get the neutral thing, haha. But yes. Anyways, yeah, I'm against clapping after a movie and okay with it during if it's not prolonged. Do you take umbrage with that?
I just don't see the... I mean, it all depends on the situation. Like, if I'm just at, like, a movie and it's kind of calm and, you know, the bad guy just got the crap kicked out of him or some... You know, if the whole audience is like, woo, that was great. For example, 300. We all cheered throughout that movie, but it was kind of like, I don't know, like a rock concert or something.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't like, I wouldn't clap halfway through Lord of the Rings.
I have a question for you. With movie spoilers and whatnot, if you hear a spoiler before you see a movie, does that ruin the movie for you?
I've had so many things spoiled for me that I don't even care anymore. You know, Snape killed Dumbledore. Oh no. Yeah.
Oh.
Like, how? Like, what was the situation that led to it? That's what I care about. If it was, Snape killed Dumbledore because Malfoy was trying to kill him, then Snape was like, nah, I got this one, and so on, then yeah, that'll be kind of irritating, but Snape killed Dumbledore doesn't bug me at all.
Okay. So,
So the fact that you just spoiled it for listeners here doesn't...
If you haven't seen that by now, then you deserve to have it spoiled.
you deserve to be killed by Snape? Yes, so...
Pretty much.
So, spoilers doesn't bother you?
I mean, they're slightly irritating, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Okay.
Like, I had somebody ruin Fight Club for me, but I freaking love the movie regardless.
How about you, KJs?
I guess it really depends on, like, what the spoiler is. Like, if it's something, like, you know how some movies are like, oh, there's a huge twist at the end and blah, blah, blah. If, like, that's kind of ruined, then it's
Okay.
like, what the
It was the present time all along.
But sometimes stuff like that only works once, but you still enjoy the movie for multiple viewings after that, even though you know.
Yeah.
But how
But there's kind of a difference between, like, learning it for yourself the first time you watch it and going into it knowing what happens.
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, if you don't want to hear any spoilers for any movies or TV shows, I suggest you stop listening right now, because we're just going to go through a whole bunch. So, Kevin, how mad would you be if before a season of Dexter started, if you hadn't seen season 4 and I said, hey, KJ, Rita dies at the end? Oops.
You're a dick.
You just said you don't care about spoilers, Andy.
Yeah, they're annoying, though. Pretty sure I knew that one. That was his girlfriend, right?
If you have to ask, you must not be paying attention enough.
I haven't seen Dexter in, like, a long-ass time.
All right, well, KJ, how would you feel if I ruined it for you, like I just did for Andy?
I would have been a little annoyed.
Okay. So, I've done a spoiler. Andy's done a spoiler. Do you have any spoilers you'd like to announce?
Not really.
How about any regarding Luke?
He made out with his sister.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that his father is Darth Vader. Nobody knew that one.
Oh, sorry, I just lost my breath over how shocked I was.
Okay. So, how do you feel about the Star Wars prequels? Do you feel the same as strongly as Eric?
Sigh.
So, do you think the prequels were unnecessary? Like, did we really need to know how we got to the point of Episode 4?
I thought it was interesting to see that, but I mean, I don't know. I think people like obviously don't really like them because not a lot happens. You're kind of starting off from peace and then going to
And because a lot of it didn't make
chaos.
any sense, like the whole midi-chlorian thing that they introduced out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
And all the annoying characters.
Misa gonna ruin a franchise.
Yeah, and Anakin. In all forms. But it did have one great line. Is Padme alright? No! Yes.
Or do that again, please.
Alright, I'll do it again. Is
Padme.
Padme alright? No!
Oh no.
Oh yeah, apparently the new Star Wars for Family Guy comes out tomorrow.
I didn't even know.
That's what I heard. I assume it's true, because I heard it from a reliable source.
So it's gonna be episode 6 for them?
Yes. And it's called, I have a bad feeling about this. And it was going to be called The Great Muppet Caper, in reference to all the Ewoks. But they did not stick with that.
Something, dark side.
Something complete. Alright, looks like we're going to take a brief pause and then get to our recommendation section. So we'll be right back. Alright, and we are back for this final segment of Podcast Revolution. Speaking of revolution, it's almost time for new resolutions.
That was a terrible rhyme.
You know what? I think it was a fine rhyme.
But you tried, and I'm proud of you for that.
A for effort.
Thank you. I like getting A's. And so, I think our recommendations, we should recommend some resolutions to each other, and then some to the listening audience. So, Andy, why don't you start?
All right. For Mr. Cages, get a job.
All right.
Build that resume for Christ's sake.
And we'll let everyone respond to it. So, Kevin, why don't you respond to his recommendation for you?
I'll actually be considering getting a job for this coming summer. So
I would definitely recommend it. I mean, you're biting yourself in the ass by not having one.
Ever. So, all right, Andy, do you wanna? What's your resolution for me?
I want you to accept the fact that Count Chocula is only around during Halloween.
All right, I'll accept it when I can't find it until Halloween.
Fair
I'll
enough.
agree to that. But I will find it before Halloween.
No, you won't.
We shall see. All right, Kevin, do you want to make your recommendations?
Sure. Andy, just cheer up and be merry. Come on.
This is coming from Cageus.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Whew.
One of those do what I say.
Can you handle that, Andy?
I'm touched.
Do you have anything to respond?
But bitter, sarcastic Andy is so much more fun.
True. All right, Kevin, what's your recommendation for me?
There's so many things I could recommend to you, but I don't know.
And there's so many you can't even think of one.
Exactly. Go see more movies, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
that'll be difficult.
Andy was easier.
Ouch. Wait, how about make more movies?
What's that?
Okay, just tell him to make more movies.
Yeah, sure. Make more movies.
All right. I'll do my best. I'll work on that. All right. So my recommendations now. All right, Andy. I recommend that you move closer to friends instead of being on an island by yourself with no friends.
Seriously.
Yes, you should. I mean, that's not really a resolution that you can follow each day, but something that you can follow each day would probably be something like
Finding a job closer.
yeah, seek a closer job or nag at your boss to transfer you.
I love where I live. It just sucks that everyone's so far away.
Yes.
I think
Alright.
you guys should move here.
All right, my recommendation for Cage is get a makeover. Get like some suave haircut and like go to a stylist and say, make me a suave badass. You could probably look like a suave badass. You just need to take better care of yourself.
Go to Supercuts.
What he said. So that's not an ouch. I mean, you don't look bad, but you could look a lot better. You could look more badass. And working out in addition to that, I mean,
Getting into shape.
instead of just relaxing all day, you can relax while you work out. And
With
if
the
you're
shake
doing-
weight.
You're doing nothing. Yeah, shake weight. That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Terrible. All right. Andy, do you want to make any recommendations for our listeners?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
So that's your resolution for them?
Yep.
Okay.
Just go see it. That movie is seriously making me so much happier.
You really like that. Maybe you should convince Eric to watch it. We should tie him down and make him watch it.
Why isn't he watching it?
Because he has feelings for Michael Cera that he's afraid will get out if he watches it.
Okay, everyone, I'm going to put this out. It's a Michael Cera movie that's not a Michael Cera movie. It's not like the, what was it?
Nick and Nora?
Yeah, Nick and Nora or any of that Juno crap. No, it's fucking awesome. He has a sword that's on fire, and he kicks ass.
That's true.
It's fucking hilarious.
I just dropped a guitar pick and the floor ate it. That always happens. The floors just eat guitar picks. Does that happen to you, Andy?
No, because I have absurdly large guitar picks.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I lost my first guitar pick at your place.
That's a shame. Anyways, Kevin, what recommendations do you have for our listening audience?
I don't know, just enjoy the holidays.
That's a New Year's resolution?
Enjoy the enjoy
You
what
guys
you're
are
doing. I don't
terrible.
know.
You guys are the worst. All right, here's my resolution. My resolution recommendation. You should all resolve to send in emails to PPR at least once a week. All of you.
I'm
and
a
everyone.
listener. I'm not a listener anymore.
Not you, but all the listeners. Or
I'm
contribute,
separate-
or come down to the studio and contribute.
I'm like the new co-host.
You pretty much are. You're not as good as Eric, but you're a good backup plan.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
You're Eric minus.
I'm Eric squared.
Except you'd let me eat in your car. You'd even let me throw up in your car, probably.
No, that's gross. You can eat, but keep it down, bro.
Well, fine, but you'd let me, I don't know, drink a soda in your car.
Have you seen my car?
Yes. But yeah. Ooh, a fight. But if you had Eric's car, would you let me eat in your car?
Yes.
All right then, Eric. Switch cars with Andy. And
Yeah,
then
I
we'll
want a
be
nicer
happy.
car.
What? What?
What?
Boy, I tell you. What? Huh. That's weird. Anyways, it looks like we're running out of time. Well, we actually have all night, but
I got stuff to do.
all right, you do your stuff, and I hope everyone. We may do another one before Christmas. Probably not. Actually, most likely, definitely not. But you never know. And we are doing a cookout on New Year's Eve, so maybe that calls for a PPR special?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, that
PPR brings in the new year.
that shall occur. All right. Well, parting words, Andy.
Yeah. Take care.
All right.
Make sure to praise me every day before bed.
All right, KGS, parting words.
Don't do anything Andy just said.
Oh, you jerk.
All right, so that kind of negated both of them. All right, so I'll just say it's been a good year for PPR. Well, no, I'll save this for the New Year's one. But you know what? Go back and re-listen to every episode. You have time. All right. Well then, adios, amigos.
Oh, pants down.